Hello, dear grade 5. Miss you already. First of all, I would really like to apologize for what happened today. Um, I couldn't join the meeting because I didn't have an internet connection at that time, and there were some inconvenience happening. So I'm really sorry about this, and that's why I decided that I'm going to record this lesson for you, and I'm going to upload it in the media center. And I hope I will be seeing you online tomorrow at our time. I couldn't remember when is it. I'm going to tell you later. But anyway, I will be seeing you tomorrow normally. I hope, inshallah. And let's start today's session. Before the winter break, I'm sure you remember that we started lesson 13, which is called They Called Her Molly Pitcher. We studied the vocabulary in this selection, and that's what we're going to recap today. We're going to go through these vocabulary quickly, and then we're going to have a sheet to apply the vocabulary that we studied. Okay, so now I'm going to share my screen with you, um, and let's start right away. Okay, okay, perfect. I hope you're be seeing this now. Okay, so the first word that you studied is revolution, and I'm quite sure that you're quite familiar with this word now. Revolution means a change in how things are going, and this word normally has a political meaning. Revolution, it's a noun, right? So we were studying the American Revolution. The American people wanted to change how things are going. They wanted to get their independence. They didn't want to be related to England anymore. So they started a revolution to change how things are going. Okay, so as I told you, revolution is to change how things are going, and especially it has a political meaning. Okay, it could have a different meaning, like when we were talking about the industrial revolution, for example, when they started to use engines. Remember, but most of the cases when we're talking about the word revolution, it will have a political meaning. Okay, perfect. Next word that we're having is quite easy: strategy. Strategy. It's a noun, which means a plan. Okay. The coach has a good strategy to help us win the match. He has a good plan or a good strategy. Okay. Next one is foes. Foes is a plural noun. It's a noun. It means enemies. So the one is foe and the plural is foes, which means enemies, someone that you hate. Okay, so for example, patriots fought against their foes bravely. They fought against their enemies bravely. Okay, so foes is, as I told you, it means someone or some people that you don't like at all. Okay, for example, maybe you have a fight with your friend, and after this, you're asking him, friends or foes? Are we still friends or now we're foes? Okay, like friends or not. Okay, so foes means enemies. Is it clear? Okay, the next word that we're having is legendary. Legendary. Legendary is an adjective. Okay, and it means someone or something who is someone who is famous or well known for doing something great. Okay, for example, Martin Luther King was a legendary American politician. He's well known. Do you know him? Yeah, Martin Luther King, this man, this Martin Luther King, he's very famous, and he did great things to his country. Okay, so he was a legendary American politician. Okay, um, next one. Remember when we talked here about legendary people and we agreed that not all of them are quite legendary? Okay, so tell me in a message, who of these characters do you remember talking about? Okay, the next word that we're having is formal. Formal. It's an adjective, and I use it to describe something that follows a set of rules, something that goes traditionally following a set of rules. For example, you should wear a formal attire in a business interview. So, if you are a man and you are going to a business interview, you should wear a suit, a tie, and a classic shoe. Sorry, classic shoes, not one shoe, of course. So, formal. You should follow this set of rules. You should greet your interviewer in a formal way. Okay, so you say, "Good morning, ma'am." You don't say, "Hey, what's up?" Remember? Okay, so you don't get in the meeting or the interview and say, "Hey, what's up, man?" No, you shouldn't do this, right? You should follow the rules. You should follow the set of rules. So you should be formal, right? You shake his hand and you say, "Good morning, sir." "Good morning, ma'am." And this is the meaning of the word formal. I hope it's clear. Okay. Next, we have the word gushed. Gush is a verb, and of course, the past form of it is gushed. Okay, and it's when liquid poured out in a fast and strong way. Let me give you an example. Water gushed through the hole in the ship. Water gushed through the hole in the ship. So, water came out of the hole strongly and fast. Okay, perfect. The next word is plunged. Plunged. Okay, plunge is also a verb. And I told you before it has different meanings. It could have different meanings or could give different meanings. But the meaning that we have in our selection, the meaning in the context that we have is to push. Molly Pitcher, the patriot that we're talking about, plunged explosive bullets into a cannon. She used to push the bullets into a cannon. So she will helping the patriot or the army or the rebel army in the fight by plunging explosive bullets into the cannon, by pushing the bullets into the cannon. Okay? So here the word plunge or the verb plunge means to push. Perfect? Okay. Now we're having the word magnificent. Magnificent. Magnificent is an adjective which means wonderful and impressive. Something wonderful, something that's breathtaking. It's great, impressive. Okay. So, for example, she stood up and glanced around the magnificent scenery. She stood up and glanced around the magnificent scenery. So, what she was seeing was magnificent, impressive, and wonderful. Great. Okay? All these are the same words or the same meaning of the word magnificent. Magnificent. Okay? Next, we're having the word retreat. Retreat. It's a verb which means withdrawal from an attack. Withdrawal from an attack. So, for example, the army must retreat or we will lose a lot of men. So, they should leave or they should withdraw. They should, let's say, escape from the fight or they will die. Okay. So, this is the meaning of the word with retreat or to withdraw. So retreat means to with its withdrawal from an attack. okay, to run away from an attack. If you see here, these soldiers are retreating, they are withdrawing, they are escaping from the fight. Okay, perfect. The last word that we're having is shimmering. Shimmering. It's an adjective which means glimmering or sparkling. An example is she lay down watching the shimmering stars. She lay down watching the shimmering stars. So the stars were sparkling. Okay, so this is the meaning of the word shimmering. Okay, I hope this was what weren't so hard. If you have any question, do not hesitate to ask me anytime. Okay, now I'm going to share with you the sheet that you're going to find in one second. The sheet that you're going to find in the assignment part, and here it is. Okay, just let me, yeah, okay. So you're going to complete with the suitable word from the word that we studied. We have the word plunged, gushed, retreat, foes, strategy, revolution, legendary, shimmering, formal, and magnificent. Okay? Number one, General Lee knew there would be a massacre before noon. So he gave the order to his army to what? He gave the order to his, sorry, I have a typer here. Army, yeah. He gave the order to his army to what? Okay. So he knew that there would be a massacre. Remember what do you mean by the word massacre? I'm sure I told you about this word before. Okay. Massacre means massive kills. A lot of people or lots of people will be killed. So it's a massacre. Okay. So he knew that a lot of people would be killed if they fought. So he ordered his army to, hmm, okay. I think it will be quite easy. Number two, in 1777, William Hayes joined the Continental Army in the what against England? Hmm. So the Continental Army was in a what against England? They were having a. Okay. Number three, Mary Hayes, the wife of William Hayes, as we're going to know when we're going to read the selection. Um, Mary Hayes was a what heroine who fought in the American Revolution. She was a what heroine? Heroine is the female of the word hero. So hero is the male and the female is called heroine. Okay, so Mary Hayes was a what heroine? She was great heroine. Okay, so I want you to find the word that gives me the same meaning of great. Okay, number four, the British soldiers were the enemies of the Continental Army. The British soldiers were the enemies of the Continental Army. So they were considered the what of the Patriots? They were the enemies of the army. So they were considered their, quite easy, right? Okay. Number five, in the army, soldiers learn the what rules of battle? Soldiers learn the what rules of battle? Hmm. How things are going. The the rules of the battle. Okay, so I think it's quite clear. Okay, number six. When I saw Taj Mahal, I thought it really looked something. Imagine seeing Taj Mahal. It's great. So when I saw Taj Mahal, I thought it really looked okay, quite easy, right? Okay, number seven. The boat crashed into a rock and Walter, what inside? The boat crashed into a rock, causing a hole. And then Walter, what inside? Okay, number 8. I like to admire the what stars in the sky at night. I like to admire the what stars in the sky at night. Number 9. The general was thinking of his next what? To win the fight against the British Army. The general was thinking of his next hmm, to win the fight against the British Army. So, what was he thinking about? Okay, number 10, the last one, Molly, Molly Pitcher, the heroine that we're talking about. Molly, what along rammed into the cannon and fired it off. Rammed is a long road that's used to push things into the cannon. Okay, so Molly what along rammed into the cannon and fired it off. Okay, so I think this assignment is not that hard. I would like you to do your best. If you have, do your best, please. If you have any question, do not hesitate again to ask me. Okay. Um, yeah, I want to tell you one more things before I finish this meeting. Um, we're going to have one single link to everyday session. We're not going to have multiple links for each session every day. No, just one session or just one link daily. Okay, so I think this would be good not to be confused with the too many links. Okay, so just one link, use it every day, and I will update it with the timing that we're going to be meeting every day. Okay, so that was for today. I will be seeing you tomorrow. The due date for this assignment will be on Thursday. I will give you quite enough time because um, today is almost over, so I will not count today. So you're having like 3, 4 days before the due date. Okay, so I will be seeing you. Be safe and have a good day. Bye bye.